Good morning, my darlings. Gosh, there's a little bit of an echo in here. As you might be able to see from my background, we're not in the Cotswolds anymore. We are here in Oman. We're in Muscat for just 4 days. I'm here on a work trip, which is so exciting. I cannot even tell you how great it feels to feel some sunshine on my skin and some warmth. I woke up naturally at about 6 o'clock this morning, flung open my patios and just watched the sunrise. It was so heavenly. There is something so magnetic and mesmerizing about the sun and the ocean, so I just instantly feel chilled. I'm not here with Charlie. I'm actually here, as I said, on a work trip with Joe Loves, which is the brand owned and founded by Joe Malone, and it's just such an honor to be here. There is another influencer here named Sophie. There is the beauty and I believe she's beauty and wellness editor of British Vogue. Joe Malone is here, and her amazing husband Gary, who are just the loveliest people in the entire world. We get along so well. And then members of the Joe Loves team and the PR company. So we've got an incredible few days planned. You might have seen a little bit at the end of the last vlog, which was arriving, and a very chilled day yesterday with some amazing food. We have already eaten so well. It's actually Ramadan at the moment, so there are a few restrictions, but luckily not too many restrictions here in the actual hotel. We're staying at the Shangri-La Al Husn, and it's gorgeous. I'll show you around a little bit more. But the reason for my fitness attire this morning is that I have somehow managed to persuade half of the group, including Gary, to do aerial yoga with me this morning. So we have got a beachfront aerial yoga pavilion. When we were in the Maldives in January, I tried it for the first time and I just absolutely love it. It is so fun, so relaxing, and a great way to stretch everything out after a long haul flight. So I'm going to go and meet the rest of the group now. Oh, breezy. That breeze is gorgeous. It's about 23 degrees now. It'll probably get up to about 30 later on. If you compare that to when Charlie and I went to Abu Dhabi in August, you couldn't even walk outside. It was like 45 degrees. You just couldn't. It was uncomfortable. But I feel like Oman is such a hidden gem. Not that it's hidden at all, but if you just want heat and a little bit more authenticity and just amazing service without the crazy prices or busyness of Dubai and Abu Dhabi, it's just rather gorgeous. Anyway, I better, that's my cue to leave. Okay, our meeting time just got pushed back by 5 minutes, so I'll quickly show you what I'm wearing for aerial yoga. They do recommend that you wear long legs and long arms. When I did it before, I did just wear the workout top, but sometimes it can rub a little bit on your arms, so I thought I'd bring this shirt as well. Also good to cover up a little bit. Not that you have to do that in a hotel, but you know. The workout wear is from a brand called Vuori, which is a really lovely sustainable clothing brand, athleisure brand. I'm so impressed with the quality. We've got this gorgeous aubergine colour. I love a square neckline and high-waisted leggings, and then I've got my little Manebi flats on, which are amazing little beach and exploration shoes. And then my shirt is from Abercrombie and Fitch. You may have seen in the last vlog I did a little haul and try on for you because I ordered lots of pieces for this trip. It's just absolutely perfect. It's really nice and lightweight, gorgeous quality material. It's got a little bit of texture to it, not sure how well you can see, and the fit is that perfect, smart, but also really kind of casual, if that makes any sense whatsoever. It's just perfect for flinging on over the shoulders. If you're having a beach day, it's great for protecting your shoulders from the sun. I would always recommend taking a nice white shirt like this or a linen shirt with you on holiday because they're just so useful. I just wear it loose over my shoulders. It's very practical. So that's the outfit of this for our setting for aerial yoga. Yoga with a view. again, my darlings. Gosh, it just seems to be echoey everywhere that I come to talk to you. That was the best start to the day, hanging out quite literally. It was a lot more challenging than the aerial yoga that I did in the Maldives, a little bit more technical. Gary was actually the best. It was so much fun. We've had a quick breakfast and now we're heading down to the beach. I think we're going on like a terrace area, which should be really lovely. I'm just deciding what to wear. This is option number 1. You're just balanced on a little windowsill, but this is my lovely little Abercrombie & Fitch dress, which I shared with you again in the last vlog. Beautiful green floral dress. It's got these sweet little cap sleeves. Really, really pretty, just easy to throw on, easy to wear. The quality again is absolutely gorgeous. I really love the materials that they're using, and such a timeless little piece, a very short little dress, can you see? So maybe this, or maybe I'll show you this one here so it's not so much of an echo. Second option, I think I'm going to go with this, is my beautiful new Abercrombie & Fitch linen shorts. They are so perfect. I love how high-waisted they are. I've popped them on with a little tan belt. You've got the pockets, just a really timeless and elegant shape. Like I said earlier today, with a white shirt on holiday, I also feel that a pair of white linen shorts is such a holiday style staple. So I'm going to pop the shirt on that I was wearing earlier over my shoulders again, and we're ready to hit the beach. I haven't been able to talk to you for a little while because it has been so windy and breezy down on the beach area, but we've had the most glorious day. We've all headed back to the main part of the hotel now, and we've got an hour and a half until a boat journey this evening. We're doing a little sunset boat experience, which of course I'll take you along on. My goodness, I look a little bit windswept. It's just been the most gorgeous day. I think I will have recorded a voiceover for the fragrance painting experience that we did with Joe at lunchtime, which was so heavenly. A very windswept day on the beach outfit of the day. So I ended up wearing my gorgeous Abercrombie & Fitch shorts. As you can see, they've been scrunched up in my beach bag, so they're crinkled, but actually I really don't mind how it looks. I think it looks quite nice and casual. I have tucked in, sorry it's so breezy, I've tucked in my Abercrombie shirt, and I have had so many compliments on this shirt today, even though again it's just been shoved in the bottom of my beach bag. Because of the amazing texture, it's really just fantastic. It's so great at covering my shoulders, protecting from the sun. I love that you can just undo the button and roll the sleeves all the way up if you want to. And then I cinched in the belt, the waist with my little belt, and then my Amelia Wickstead swimming costume. It does bother me that the lining keeps coming out, but never mind. But yeah, I'm heading back now to get changed, and we have got an amazing evening planned. We're going on a sunset boat experience, but it's so windy and therefore choppy that we might actually stay in the harbour, but hopefully it'll still be magical. Hello again, my darlings. I love that you can see the view that I'm looking at in the reflection of the balcony window. So we've just had the loveliest day down at the beach today, and we've had a fairly quick turnaround, and we're now heading out for hopefully a little boat trip. However, it has been windy orama today, super windy, hence why some of the last clips you'll have seen will have been voiceover, because I didn't want it to just all be muffled. I wanted to be able to explain what was going on, so hopefully you don't mind. But quite a few of the team here get a little bit seasick, so not too sure if we're actually going to go out of a cove. Looking down at the beach now, the sea looks a lot calmer, so fingers crossed, because the experience that we're going to have tonight is going to be really special. I'm weighing up between a couple of different outfit ideas, so let me show you them both and we can decide together. They are both from my Abercrombie and Fitch order. I cannot believe how many gems I have found on Abercrombie lately. They have blown me away with their quality and their design. I love a square neckline, and I feel that this ribbed top is just going to be one of those pieces that I get so much wear out of. It goes with everything. It's one of those real great kind of building block pieces in my wardrobe. Where can I put you down? Okay, you're tilted down there, but this gorgeous skirt, again, I showed you this in the last vlog. You might remember I wore it as a dress up here, obviously imagine without the straps, but it is in fact a skirt. You can also see the top in a little bit more detail. It's so gorgeous. Love the pattern on the skirt. It's so pretty. It's not dissimilar to my swimming costume that I was wearing earlier. I just love it. Love a green and white floral. So this is option number one. And then we have got this gorgeous little number, which again, you will have seen in the last vlog. This beautiful dress, it fits so perfectly thanks to a little smocked section at the back. I just love a puff shoulder. I love the pattern, it's so beautiful. And the length, which you can't see, of all of these pieces is just so elegant. I love a midi length piece. I think the back of this dress is really gorgeous with the smocking. They are all just so lovely. I think I'm going to keep this one on for our evening on the boat. The symbol of hospitality, is that right? Yes. Thank you very much. Shukran. We're about to go for drinks and have dinner. That was such a magical experience on a traditional Omani dhow boat. Omani? Is that the Omanian? Omani, I think it's Omani. Omani dhow boat. They are handmade boats. It was very breezy, so we didn't know if we were going to be able to move, but we did just head out of the port, watch the sunset, and headed back in. The reason why that was such a special experience was because Jo Malone creates her fragrances for Jo Loves based on memories, and yet Ebony and Cassis, which is the newest one that we have all been wearing, is unique in that she actually created the fragrance and wanted the memory to follow that. So tonight was all about creating the experience and the memories for the Ebony and Cassis fragrance. So being out there on a dhow boat on the on the Gulf of Oman, looking at the stars, it truly was a magical experience, and the fact that we were able to share that with her was quite sensational. We just had a lot of fun. We enjoyed some alcohol-free cocktails, enjoyed some dates. Jo told us a lot about the fragrance, and yeah, we just had some really wonderful conversations. So now we are heading down to dinner. Very happy with my outfit of choice. So yeah, let's go and enjoy some delicious cuisine. my darlings, what a gorgeous background. I'm in this lovely outdoor corridor at the hotel. Let me pop my bag down. As you'll have seen, just did a little workout in the room this morning. It was 20 minutes bar and then 15 minutes with a resistance band. I just felt like I needed to move my body today. I think the crunched upness of being on the airplane finally caught up with me. Another amazing evening last night. Just the food here is actually incredible. It's really blown me away. My saffron risotto had 24 karat gold leaf on top of it, which is just insane. Today, as you might be able to guess from head to toe covered outfit, we are heading to the biggest mosque in Muscat, grandest mosque here in Muscat, within which is the second largest carpet in the entire world. That is your fun fact for the day. So of course it is neck to wrists, when I pull my sleeves down, to ankles covered, and I've got a headscarf in my bag. Okay, I can't really see if you can see anything because the lighting is quite harsh, but I've got on this lovely long sleeve linen dress from Serafina. It's just got some really beautiful little floral detail on it, nicely fitted, and it is linen, which is so important because linen is breathable, so actually I'm not going to get too hot. And got a little white linen headscarf in here, and my Givenchy bag has just been my bag throughout the whole trip. Anyway, darlings, it's time to go. So we have arrived. This is the largest mosque in Oman, and we are about to head inside for a little tour. We're learning a lot of little facts, such as the marble on the floor is Omani marble, and it actually absorbs all the heat so it never gets hot underfoot. We are just heading in now to take off our footwear so that we can head inside the mosque. So we are in the main prayer room. This is where up to 6,000 men can come and pray. There is a separate area for the women, although the women don't have to come to a mosque 5 times a day, unlike men. The chandelier has got Swarovski crystals from Austria and Switzerland. This is the second largest handmade carpet in the world. It was the largest, and then Abu Dhabi Mosque decided to create one a little bit bigger. And these massive towers are actually air conditioning towers to keep the many men who come here to pray cool, because it is very toasty outside. They brought the carpet in lots of pieces, and it took I think a team of 600 women over a year to sew it all together in here. It really is ginormous. I asked how they clean the chandeliers because of course the desert breeze is bringing in all the sand, and they go up in a little pink crane once a week to individually clean every single crystal. Wow, that's a job. We have finished off in the mosque and we've now come to Souk. We're going to have a little look around, see what they have got for sale. I'm hoping to find some nice spices that I can bring home for my cooking.
I'm smelling the saffron.
The saffron.
It smells so good.
This is different. This is
Ooh.
different. This one good one.
That one's better?
Yes. Look,
Okay.
if you look this.
Okay, my darlings, I am being completely dazzled by the glorious sunshine, so I've no idea if you can actually see me or not, but we have just got back from the mosque and the souk, which was an incredible experience. Obviously I've just got changed. Just a really amazing morning. The architecture in the Sultan's Mosque here in Oman is absolutely breathtaking. The grandeur, the archways everywhere, it's so incredible to see. It was quite busy considering like the hotel and Muscat itself seems quite quiet. Let me just quickly show you the outfit that I've got changed into. So I have popped on my new favourite little ribbed white top and green and white skirt. The skirt that I did originally think was a little dress, both from Abercrombie. I know that this top is going to be one of those pieces that I just get so much use out of throughout the years. It's so practical, it's a real kind of building block piece. I've got my little Valentino straw bag and Hermes Oran sandals. We learned a few interesting facts about Oman on the way down. So firstly, you won't find loads of skyscrapers here. In fact, I don't think you'll find any, because they actually are not allowed to build anything higher than the tallest minaret in the mosque. So all of the buildings are only like 4 stories high, which just means that nature and the amazing hills and mountains around us get to have their moments. I think that's maybe one of the reasons why we all feel this amazing draw towards Oman, because the nature and the geography here is just so incredible. Muscat is also the 2nd cleanest city in the world after Singapore. I did ask if chewing gum was illegal, and the answer was it's not illegal, but you'll go to jail if you spit it out on the floor. I think any littering is jail-worthy offence, but they said in jail you literally get like 5-star service. You get all of your meals paid for you, you get a nice room, you get to watch satellite TV. So yeah, anyway, I need to head upstairs. We are going to a really beautiful suite, the biggest suite in the hotel, and we're gonna have a light bite for lunch, and then I get to sit down with Joe for 20 minutes or so. I asked you guys to send over some questions on Instagram stories, and Joe is such an inspirational lady. She is so generous with her knowledge, not only when it comes to business, but also working so successfully with her husband for so many years. She's just an incredible woman, and I can't wait to chat with her. So let's head upstairs. Gosh, I'm sorry, I'm being absolutely blinded, and go and have a little chat. The Shangri-La spritz. Thank you, shukran.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Thank you so much. Look at this. We have got this gorgeous spread for our lunch. Oh my gosh, Vietnamese vegetables, sourdough sandwiches, polenta. Okay, so I'd love to introduce everybody to Joe Malone.
Hello everybody. Oh, well, thank you very much.
Not at all.
We've had a fun time, haven't
We've had
we?
the best time. I feel so grateful to be invited. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're so welcome.
It's been amazing.
You're
We've
so
had
welcome.
great chats, haven't we?
We've had great chats, we've had great experiences,
We have.
wonderful adventures and things that I will remember forever.
Us
And you know, I mean, I think the baby turtles hatching for me was just so beautiful. But sitting on the beach yesterday with the waves and the spray of the ocean coming in, just beautiful.
Full sensorial experience.
Beautiful.
So incredible. So normally, please correct me if any of this is wrong, but normally Joe will have a memory or an experience and you'll create a fragrance following that. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
But this was different. So this
yeah.
experience was the other way around, right?
It was, so this was the first time that I haven't lived the adventure and created after the event.
Okay.
This was something that I dreamed of wanting to do here in Oman.
Wow.
And then creating the fragrance and bringing the fragrance into the adventure and into the story. So it was the first time, and it was magical, and I think I might do it again this way.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
I mean, especially here, I mean, this place is just waiting. It's sort of saying to me, look, over here, Joe, over here.
Yeah.
There's a memory, there's an adventure over here. You know, come and, you know, see what I can give you, from the frankincense to, you went this morning through the jasmine gardens, the frangipani.
And they were burning the frankincense in Souk, so we could get that full experience.
Just beautiful.
It
Yeah,
was
so I
heavenly.
think there's a whole little capsule collection, definitely.
Amazing. Well, Joe, yesterday I asked on Instagram if anyone had any questions.
Oh.
So if you don't mind, there's some good ones ranging from personal to business to fragrance. So, Lauren, I like this one. What is your #1 rule for a happy life? It's a big one, but it's a nice one.
do you know something? What a wonderful... Thank you, Lauren. Thank you for that. Such a lovely question. What is my rule for a happy life? Oh, so many. I don't think there's one rule, but actually to live in the moment, to live today, and to enjoy every good and bad. To enjoy and to live in that moment, and to celebrate those people kind of around us. And actually, I read something on Instagram that my darling friend Rosie Nixon had posted, which is all these wonderful things to happiness. And there was one that it said, allow your life to make somebody else's easier. And you know what? When you share happiness with other people and success, it makes the world such a nicer place to live in.
And it's contagious, isn't it?
And it's not difficult.
No.
You don't have to be rocket science to be generous with your creativity and share your happiness with others.
That's so true. And you reminded me a really good tip that a friend once gave me when you are speaking with someone who's maybe not that confident in a social situation. It's just to make that person feel comfortable and try and make them feel happy. That everything within the conversation, just making who you're with feel good about themselves, and then it just lifts the whole room. So.
And look at us. We were, a few days ago, we didn't know each other. I mean, Anna and I worked together, but we didn't really know. And we feel like a little family now because we've shared experiences, we've shared life, we've shared a meal together, and I don't think those, we all feel really good about the experience and being with each other, and I feel like I've made friends.
Absolutely, it's just been positive vibes the whole time. Great question from Lauren. The next question is from one of my favourite supplement brands, Wild Nutrition. They've said, in hindsight, is she happy that she sold her first business?
So, and that's always the elephant. Everyone always asks me that question, so I'm really happy to answer it. And the answer is yes. And would I sell it to Estee Lauder again? The answer is yes, and I tell you why. They helped save my life when I had breast cancer. So, and I think they were wonderful custodians of a brand that I built from a kitchen sink. I'm the mum of that brand. Would I sell it in the same way again? The answer is no.
Interesting.
So I don't believe in life as well as looking back and having regrets and thinking, oh, if I'd done it this way or that way. Because you know what? You can't do anything about what's behind you. You can only affect today and tomorrow. That's what you have the power to do. So I never look back and I never regret. I would sell it differently if I did it again, but every founder, an entrepreneur that sells their first brand, they all say the same thing.
Interesting.
Why? Because we learn when we sell our first brand. And having your name attached to something, I am a parent of that brand, whether I've had nothing to do with that brand for 10, maybe 15 years. Nothing creatively. I couldn't even tell you what some of the fragrances even smell like. There is that distance. But you are always a parent. You are, and it's got my name on it, so I feel a protectiveness to it that will never go away.
Do you ever walk into Jo Malone London stores and have a little sniff? Did they recognise you?
Oh, they recognise me,
Course.
No, I don't. I think that's really disrespectful if I did that. But I tell you what does happen, wherever I am in the world, and I'm doing a speech or I'm doing something, the team will often come, and I can always recognise them. And it's so... We were in Dubai, the Dubai Mall, a few months ago, and I could see a whole team standing in black, and I thought they're the Jo Malone. I went over, I said, are you from Jo Malone London? They went, yes, can we just have a fit picture? And it was so heartwarming, because there's a love and there's a respect. So no, I don't regret selling it, and I wouldn't be alive today if it hadn't been for the amazing Evelyn and Leonard Lauder. So I'm very grateful for that. And it creates thousands of jobs across the world. So no, I don't regret it, but I have no creative connection with it anymore.
Interesting. And if anyone is wanting to put together wants more information about this whole story, Jo's book, I will leave a link down below. You might remember I spoke about it last January when I was on holiday, and I spoke a lot about how fabulous it was. Okay, another question, you're welcome. From Georgia May, advice for women in their early 20s for a successful career.
That was a long time ago for me, Georgia. In their 20s, I think I think there are 3 ingredients to success, and whether you're looking at your personal life or you're looking at business. And actually, I live my personal life in the same way that I run a business, and I run a business in the same way I live my personal. I'm not 2 different people.
Yeah.
And I'm just speaking from personal experience. I think you need passion. And, you know, Georgia, you may say to me, you know what, Jo, I'm not an entrepreneur, and I want to do something in my career. Passion isn't about being an entrepreneur. Passion is about finding something that really brings the very best out in yourself. And that passion will give you fulfillment and a sense of purpose and all of those things. So whatever it is that you choose, feel passionately about it. You know, and that feeling of ignition of passion when you go on your first interview and whatever, do your research, find out the stories, because people love stories. They love stories. Passion. So often in life we will have things that happen to us that aren't comfortable, stretches that are difficult, and that's where we learn the warrior within us. Are you going to fall on your knees and let whatever that situation is? Because you and I both know that, you know, running a business and doing those things, tough times come, and they come to everybody. You know, no one goes through life without those things, but they are an opportunity. They're an opportunity for resilience. Second ingredient of success, resilience. Find and embrace those times that are difficult. Find different ways of thinking, and do you know what? When you rise above it, you become stronger and stronger and stronger. And the third thing I would say is respect creativity as though it was your best friend in the world. And I believe everybody has a bank account in life. No one can access it but you. And your currency is creativity. And the only time it will increase in value is if you use it. Otherwise, it just sits there. So we all have this incredible ability to be so creative in what we do. So if you're 20 and you're starting out, take those 3 ingredients and find what makes you happy, and believe that you can be the best of yourself, and seek it and find it. Surround yourself with people who believe in your dreams and what you can do.
I think we need to pocket together all of these quotes and people could listen to them every morning, because I would love to just hear these motivational words on a daily basis, because it really would drum in then.
I live by these though. I live every single day. I try and find 21 minutes of inspiration every single day. And it doesn't mean I run off to a gallery. I mean, my goodness, we've had a month's worth here in Oman, haven't we, of inspiration. But I'll often listen to people's stories, or I love listening to other people and how they've thought of something differently, how they've created something, anything that makes me think creatively. And that 21 minutes every day, if you do that for 21 days, 21 minutes of 21 days, your brain will rewire itself and you will start to think differently and creatively.
And see inspiration in maybe places where other people would just see nothing.
Your mind will start to seek out those things, and you know what happens? You become a solution. You find solutions to things. Why? Because your mind is very analytical. But our mind and our brain wants to learn. It wants to be creative. It wants to find solutions.
You just have to train it to pick up on them.
21 days, 21 minutes a day. I promise you. And actually, when you have your brain scanned, which I have many times, when you see a child's brain, it's full of all these neural pathways, learning. We're still that same person. But what happens is we get into these kind of much more narrow ways of feeling comfortable with everybody else. And actually we do need to kind of resurrect the child within us in order, but when you look at the brain after lots of creativity and continuous, you can see new areas of the brain and neural pathways lighting up.
That's fascinating.
So isn't that amazing?
That's incredible. Literally expanding our brain with our knowledge.
We're so much more capable of things.
Incredible. Gosh, we could be here for hours, so I will ask a fragrance question. What type of fragrance has the longest lasting scent? Has been asked by Almond Butter and Jelly.
Oh, Oh, what a great
Username.
Is that a company?
I don't know.
Almond butter and jelly.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite sandwiches.
Oh really?
Yeah.
AB&J.
Yeah,
Love
exactly.
it. Or AB&J.
Um,
the type of
what
fragrance that's long
An
lasting.
ingredient or an actual fragrance?
Let's hear both.
So a fragrance is made up of what we call a pyramid. So you get the top notes, the middle notes and the base notes. Top notes are what you smell in the beginning of a fragrance. Never buy a fragrance from a top note or even a middle note.
Oh.
The heart then is the bit after about 30 seconds to a minute, the bit where you give the heart of a fragrance. But what really matters is what's in the base notes.
Base notes.
Because so ebony and cassis, we were scented from head to foot, weren't we, yesterday in it? And what you can smell now is those wonderful base notes of patchouli, myrrh, the sweetness of the date from the heart has come all the way down.
Yeah.
But it's that long-lasting feeling that you need in a fragrance is really based upon those. If you look at it like that, hands holding a fragrance in place, and it's that bit that will give longevity and lasting. Notes like spices.
Yeah.
If you're using citrus notes, which I use a lot, we always kind of back it with a wood note as it comes down. So we carry we have a little hold of the citrus notes, and we carry it all the way through the fragrance until it sits on the wood.
How do you do that?
That's years and years of learning. Pomelo is a perfect example of that. So she's a very bright, energetic little fragrance. You know, she's the beach in Turks and Caicos.
She is.
We have to go there next time.
Oh yes, please. I've got it on camera.
We do. I'll take you there. And the pomelo comes down and it sits on a wood, and you smell the pomelo all the way through the fragrance, and it has longevity. But the wood or the spice, things like amber, things like frankincense. Frankincense will carry vetiver, fig, amber, absolutes, all of those really kind of powerful, what we call often animal notes. Not that they come from an animal, but animal notes means it gives off that aroma, if you know what I mean.
Do different notes have different longevity on different people?
Yes,
Yeah.
so different skins, what we eat. So if we were to, like Gary, my husband, has the most amazing skin for fragrance. You put it on and he smells, doesn't matter what I put on him, he smells incredible. There must be something in his skin.
Lucky for you.
Well, he doesn't eat dairy.
Ah.
And actually, so when you go around the world, like Asian people, because of their diet, and they don't eat as much dairy as we do, you get a really clean smell on the skin.
Wow.
But if you were to go to somewhere like Brazil,
Yeah.
where there's a high oil content, which is why they go very dark in they need richer notes. So citrus notes will evaporate very quickly from their skin.
Oh my
so we
gosh.
have to look always at, wherever the fragrance is going. And I create global fragrances.
Yeah.
So sometimes we can look at a collection and we say that wouldn't work in China or Korea, but it will work in the Middle East. I mean, especially things I'm working with ouds at the moment, and very powerful, and they just wouldn't work in that part of the world
That's fascinating.
because of the skin.
Oh my gosh, I've learnt so much today. Wow, there are so many incredible questions here. Let me see.
Great questions, by the way.
One that, yes, thank you very much everyone who asked a question. I like Kat's question because selfishly I'd love to know the answer as well. What is the perfect bridal fragrance for an outdoor wedding?
Oh, I love this. So yesterday we sat at lunch, we sat overlooking the ocean, under the canopy, and I was telling stories.
Yeah.
And I had my paintbrushes and I got everybody to tell me in one sentence a story, didn't I? And I recreated it.
Yeah.
So, who's it, Kat?
Kat, yes.
Yeah, Kat, so a wedding. So your wedding day is, you will create memories through photos, through people, but you can create your own photo album with scent from the beginning of the morning when you wake up through all the day. So a wonderful little, what do you call it when you do a trunk for the bride? It was a very old-fashioned thing, bottom drawer.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that expression?
No.
So years and years ago, and my grandmother did me a bottom drawer, and they would save things like beautiful pillowcases or books or a notebook. And the day that you got married, your trunk will be given to you. as a wedding gift. It's very old-fashioned. I think we should recreate it again.
Yes.
But we can do the same thing with fragrance. So we can create this beautiful chest of beautiful fragrances. So I would start off in the morning with something very clean, very citrus, as your hair's being done, your makeup, keeping you very calm. So, you know, your beautiful white bathrobe you've got on, spray it with a little Joe Loves, or and then as the day comes along, depending what's in your bouquet, mimic the flowers and exaggerate them. The church gets somebody to go through and spray something like white rose and lemon leaves all the way through the church before everyone arrives. So they smell the bride is about to arrive before she's even appeared.
Oh, that's giving me goosebumps. That's so lovely.
I'm going to send you some white rose and lemon leaves so you can spray it all the way through the church for your wedding.
Wow.
And is Georgia getting married?
It's Kat.
Kat, sorry.
This one. I believe so, because she has asked for the perfect bridal fragrance.
So Kat, we're going to send you some as well for your wonderful wedding. Through the church, white rose and lemon leaves, and I would do a little bit of orange butterflies. Take some paintbrushes, paint your hair. I was painting hair yesterday, wasn't I? Paint some wonderful orange blossom through your hair.
Magical.
And then as you
get...
you could do yes, you can spray all of that. And you smelt it on your white shirt yesterday, didn't you? All day long. So remember that your clothing can be scented as well, and of course then the scent will be on there forever. And then as you get to the evening, spice it up a little bit, you know, really. And then as you're leaving, make sure that whoever packs your case packs it with white tissue paper between each layer and scent it with the fragrance from your wedding. And when you get to your honeymoon, you'll open it up and the scent will be in front of you. I've got hundreds of ideas.
Oh, Joe, oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm conscious that we could talk for hours, as we have done this trip. So I will end it on that one, but thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
You're always so generous with your information and your knowledge, and what I love about Joe is that you always are lifting people up around you. You make everyone feel wonderful, and yeah, it's been very special.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Great. Let's go and have another glass of lavender and frankincense infused gin. Yum. Cheers. Thank you. That was gorgeous. Thank you so much.
Oh, it was lovely.
Sorry, that was a little bit long. Actually, it was only 20 minutes. After that lovely little trip in the classic Ford car, we now have a little session in the Shangri-La's Frankincense garden to discover more about the incredible ingredient and aroma that is frankincense, which comes from these little trees. These ones won't be ready to be harvested until about 15 years time, but we are going to learn more. Coffee and dates to welcome us to the garden.
If you guys don't know, dates have all the different types of nutrients. Oh, I love dates.
Yummy. Do they have the stones in?
Yes. Now the interesting thing is you have different types of frankincense.
Okay, so our work for the trip is technically now all done, and we're spending the rest of the afternoon here on this gorgeous beach, if you can even hear me over the roaring waves. So the sun's actually starting to go down. It loses its intensity at about 4 p.m. here, but it is intense quite early in the morning, so you want to be an early riser if you are a sun worshipper. Oh, there's a couple of camels coming, oh my gosh. So you can ride camels on this beach. There are so many little shells along the shore. It's so beautiful. Little baby, little shells. And the water is so clear, it's absolutely beautiful. Good evening, my darlings. It is our final evening here in wonderful Muscat. It has just been the most wonderful time. I am definitely going to come back. It's just got all of the magic of the Middle East, but without the touristiness of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. The temperature, the beaches, the incredible hospitality. Yeah, I am really drawn to Muscat. There is something really magical about it here. Okay, so it's our final evening. Jo and her lovely husband Gary have headed back home, and so it's just the gang here tonight. I've popped on this green Zimmermann dress, which I've had for a little while, and I've got my straw Aquazzura shoes, my bag which I got from Farfetch. I will, by the way, have a Farfetch discount code coming very, very soon, and I am going to mist myself. Would you believe it? No surprises here with Jo Loves Ebony and Cassis, which will, of course, as a fragrance, forever remind me of this incredible trip. We've made so many amazing memories, and just, I will never... You know, this fragrance will always hold a special place in my heart because we were actually with Jo Malone while she experienced the memory that inspired this fragrance. How incredible. Honestly, I feel like recently I've had so many pinch me moments. Anyway, I am going to mist myself with this gorgeous fragrance and then head down for dinner. It's going to be a very special dinner. There is a Michelin star Indian chef here named Rohit, and it's just going to be the most incredible dinner here at the Sultana restaurant at the Shangri-La. I'm peckish, so I cannot wait. A little tip from Jo, you do not need to rub your wrists together. That actually breaks some of the bonds in the fragrance. This is such a strong scent, you really actually don't need anywhere near as much as what I've just applied. If you love just rich and opulent, gorgeous notes, then, oh, look at this. And the bottle is inspired by the night sky, the Middle Eastern night sky. Look at that. We were looking up at the stars on the Dow boat last night, and this bottle will forever remind me of that amazing experience. Oh my gosh. Oh, it smells so good. Right, let's go for dinner. I think I just told you I was going to the Sultana restaurant. That's a different restaurant. We're going to Angan by Rohit Guy. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I have seen this on Instagram and it's gonna be so good. Here we go. Oh, it's gonna be so good. The hotel is pretty quiet at the moment. Oh my gosh, it's like a night sky. Wow, because of Ramadan, a lot of the guests I just walked past are in the Sultana restaurant. Oh my gosh, there's little booths. Wow, look at this ceiling, magical. No idea if you can see me or if I'm just a silhouette, but my background is probably far more exciting than what I look like anyway. It is our final morning here in Oman. I woke up again naturally at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I can't even blame it on jet lag because that's 3 AM UK time. So I don't know, maybe psychologically I just wanted to make the most of every minute. So I actually did a little bit of work on my balcony, and it's 7:30 now, and I've come down with my coffee to the beach, and I'm literally the only one here, apart from that very annoying crow. He's being very noisy. Shush please, Mr. Crow. Yes, the beaches here are just incredible. I have really fallen in love with Oman on this trip, and I've been messaging Charlie and we really want to come back. I think that this is a fantastic time of year to come. I think between now and maybe early June weather-wise, because it's nearly 8 o'clock in the morning now and it's hot already. So if you just want some sunshine and some heat during the early spring chilly months in the UK, then this is perfect. It's not got the flashiness of Abu Dhabi or Dubai, and I think because of the mountains, as I think I've said a few times in this vlog, like the nature and the geography here is really quite magical. It's definitely got a certain kind of draw to it. Last night's dinner was so delicious at Angan by Rohit, and yeah, it was really delicious food. Hopefully you could see in the video clips. I've been very impressed with the food and the drink offerings here at the Shangri-La. Exceeded my expectations, that is for sure. So yeah, we're flying off at 2:30 today, so we've just got a few hours this morning. I'm keeping an eye on the water sports centre over there because I would love to do some paddleboarding. As you might be able to see, the ocean is flat and still, perfect for paddleboarding, and it's a good core workout for in the mornings. Whenever I smell Joe Loves, Ebony and Cassis, I will forever remember this trip and all of the incredible memories. The girls have just been so lovely. Joe and Gary, I just adore them so much. They're just such wonderful people. We've just had the best time. I am so grateful to Joe Loves for inviting me along. I have to give a huge shout out in particular to Anna, who's done so much work organising this. It has been seamless perfection. She's so glamorous, so friendly, just such an amazing person, such a positive magnetism to her, and also just like an organizational queen. So Anna, you're amazing. She's done a great job. The whole team have done just the most amazing job. It's been incredible. And this fragrance is going to be one that I wear for the rest of my life. I just absolutely love the depth, the richness to the Ebony and Cassis notes. And fragrance is such a strong recaller of memories, and yeah, it's just been so special. And I've been wearing this throughout the whole trip, so it's gonna hold a lot of precious memories. I'll link to this down in the description box below. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna pop my earphones in and go for a walk. I'd say the beach is probably a mile long. Oman is so safe that I can literally leave my Givenchy bag, Hermes sandals, whatever else on the deck chair and no one will touch it. It's amazing. It's so safe here. So yeah, I'm gonna pop a podcast on, or maybe just some music, and go for a little walk.